I am Dominic Bytes. Welcome to the second half of the stream today for Byte Club Cinema. I've cut the introduction short a little bit because again, this is the second half. So, for those who have been watching my live streams today, you know that I have already recorded the first episodes of Gene of AI and the Atelier Ryza. The first episodes for those. So those are in the bag. So now the third and final piece of today, which is Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. Release the Kraken, as they say. So, this one I've chosen, as I said at the end of Atelier Rise, I was one of the few people who saw this in theaters. It came out earlier this year in 2023. It's generally considered a box office disappointment. The film cost $70 million to make. It made $38 million in the box office. However, there's more to it than that, because even though it did poorly in the box office, it didn't need to do well to make money, because it was originally designed to go direct to streaming, I think through Paramount Plus. Dreamworks produced it, by the way. So it was made by Dreamworks. They've already sold it to a streaming service at the time of this recording. So they already had their money. They already made money off the movie. They just decided that it was good enough quality to release in theaters. So they made an extra $38 million on top of whatever Paramount paid them to have it on a streaming service. So good for them. It's not that they lost money. They gained back profit from making it with an extra $38 million to boot. There you go. And that's not all that bad. It had one reason it didn't do so well in theaters, despite have the Dreamworks name on. They only advertised it for like 3 months. It was a very last minute addition to the movie schedule, so they only had 3 months of advertising on it, and it was very minimal advertising. And they opened up against Indiana Jones and against both Spider-Man and Elemental, both still being in theaters. So it already had competition for the children's market with Elemental, which did do far better, even though Elemental, I think, lost money, and Elemental still did better than Ruby Gillman. And, of course, you had Spider-Man, which is better than both of them combined, easily. So Spider-Man also ate its lunch as well. So against Indiana Jones, it would have been fine, because it would have been a good alternative. What they should have done with it is put it up against like Mission Impossible, for example. Because Mission Impossible weekend rolled out, there really weren't any children's movies during Mission Impossible weekend. I think it would have done okay then. It still wouldn't have done great, but it would have done okay. And, it would have then got hit with Barbie, but as we now know, Barbie's not for small children. Ruby Gillman is. Oppenheimer definitely isn't for children either. So it would have been the only children's movie up until around Haunted Mansion and the new Turtles movie. So it would have done better if they delayed it a little bit. So bad release schedule, poor marketing, so it didn't do all that great. Did it deserve to be a bomb? No. I've already seen this in theaters. It's not bad. It's not the greatest thing ever or anything like that, and I'm going to discuss it here. There's a reason I chose this, is because while it is not exceptional, it does a few things right, and a few things notable enough to warrant commentary. So this will not be a reaction, this will be commentary on my part, because I've already seen it once. And I wanted to see it again. There you go, which I guess both speaks to the film, the fact that I don't mind sitting through this thing again. It is a fairly straightforward coming-of-age story. Ruby Gillman, main character, female, coming of age, getting in touch with her heritage, learning blah blah blah, and overcoming the big bad. It is a straightforward concept. In many ways, it derives very heavily from the teen coming of age dramas like the 90s and early 2000s. There is the pacing of it and so on. It's got good humor. It made me laugh in a couple of spots. The animation's not all that bad. There is a bit of what they call the bean mouth effect to the way to design some of the characters in there, but it's not too terrible. It's not too terrible, honestly. I was okay with it. It really didn't offend me. So I didn't find this all that awful, and that's one reason why I wanted to give it a fair shake and air it out. Now, as is normal, when we're watching this, There will be no audio, because, oh boy, that would be bad. No audio, and there will be a mask over the screen. Let me actually switch modes here. Now, as you can tell, I have fixed the chat box. That was an issue I discovered at the end of Italia Risa, that the chat box was not working correctly due to the new setup, and I've gotten that fixed here. So these test streams really have helped me out. So here we go. I put up. There we go. So in addition to the Dominic Bytes mask, I will also have the Ruby Gillman logo over it to further obscure it. I found it with the Mona, that helped. That helped when I uploaded to YouTube, not getting caught by the copyright detectors. So I will do that here as well as an extra step, because this is a proper movie, and I don't want to get in trouble on this as I do transformative content and commentary. And again, you shouldn't be just watching mine to watch the movie. Get it on your own. Okay? It's on streaming. You can get it. Is it worth buying? I don't know. Depends what the price point is. Couldn't tell you. I got to see it for free in the theater thanks to connections, so which was fine. I didn't feel like it wasted my time. I don't know how much money I would pay for it. I would say like the dollar theater, it would be pretty good. So if you get it for like $1 or $2, yeah, why not? Get it for that. That's a decent price point, I would say. So it's worth spending at least a little money on, which, given that a lot of movies that come out these days aren't even worth the time you spend in the theater to watch them, yeah, that's that's actually kind of an improvement. Oh, yeah. But we need more movies that are at least worth some money or worth some amount of time on them. This one qualifies. It qualifies. Um, now a lot of people compared this. I believe the common comparisons you saw were with was it Elemental? People comparing this to Elemental, or no. The real comparisons that you should make with this movie is not to Elemental. It doesn't have very much in common with that at all. Oh no, Little Mermaid. Sorry, the movie that a lot of people were comparing this to was Little Mermaid, because it was released a few weeks after Little Mermaid came out. It doesn't have all that much in common with Little Mermaid, like at all, other than the fact that like there are mermaids in the movie, but it's not a Little Mermaid knockoff. It's actually a lot closer to Turning Red. I would consider this a less or a more palatable take on the Turning Red formula. Turning Red was it was questionable at best. Um, yeah, nothing I've heard about Turning Red makes me want to see it ever. Oh hey, we got Sage in the chat. Hey Sage, yay! All right. Yeah, I'm doing this is the second half. I got through Gene of AI and Italia Risa. I didn't get to Teenage Kraken. I wanted to knock this out before the end of the night. So I'm just doing this kind of a second half, hence test stream 4B. 4B, there you go. I never watched Turning Red. Yeah, same here. I read the summaries and I saw a lot of the responses and summaries of it, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not worth my time. I'm I am not I am not wasting my time on media that's going to piss me off, and that one probably would. But this uses a similar formula to Turning Red, but it's not really offensive or terrible. So if someone has seen Turning Red and you watch this, let me know. What did you think? How did that compare? And again, I'll point out, if you're watching this on VOD, I streamed this live. So this was a live stream on Twitch. As you see, Sage is in my chat, helping me out. Mermaids are evil. Yes, in this one they are evil. Um, so let's see. Oh, I did want to go into a little bit on the background of this. So as I mentioned, this is a Dreamworks production. So it was first pitched in 2021, which was apparently going to be called Meet the Gillmans, which is a terrible name, honestly. I mean, even Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. And if you just called it Teenage Kraken, that'd probably work. Putting the Ruby Gillman part in there is a little eh. But Teenage Kraken's not a bad name. I mean, Teenage Kraken, that's a pretty good title for a movie, I will say. Meet the Gillmans is terrible. I'm glad they scrapped that. So originally it was supposed to come out in 2022, but it ended up getting delayed to 23. I'm not exactly sure why it got delayed. Let's see. Oh yeah, so they started development essentially during the COVID period. Let's see. Um, oh yeah, Family. So it was originally supposed to be Family Sea Monsters. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Let's see. Um, oh, it was dedicated to Nick Lewandowski, who died before the film was released. Wait, who did he play? Was he a character in this, or was he like um one of the writers? Not sure. But yeah, the voice acting on this, by the way, is not too bad. So Lana Condor plays the main character, Ruby Gillman. She does a pretty good job. You have Jane Fonda in there as the grandmom. Man, she is sounding old. Her voice did not age well at all. Um, Now, regardless of politics aside, Jane Fonda is a good actress, so that was one bit of star power they threw in here. The let's see. Oh, and you do have Jabuki Young White, who I believe, um, let's see, I forgot. Yeah, um, okay, yeah, so he was in Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wait, I thought he was, okay. I thought I recognized his name from something, but no, I guess not. No, I actually don't know him. All right. Uh, Oddly enough, one of the claims. So he plays the romantic interest. Oddly enough, he plays Strange. Was played a character in Strange World, which was Disney's animated disaster from 2022. Lost a ton of money. Oof. So it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I won't blame him for that. That disaster was probably again lack of marketing. Same as this movie had, sadly. Now, I will criticize this movie for one thing. And I'll say it now. So the posters for the film showed the three main Krakens versus an army of giant evil mermaids. And originally, apparently, an original draft of the script, yeah, they had an army of evil mermaids that they were going to fight, but they cut them from the final cut, so you only get one evil mermaid in the final cut. So the posters lied. I don't like that. Posters shouldn't lie. If the posters say I'm going to have a giant, you know, battle between giant krakens and giant mermaids, I want an army of giant evil mermaids, not just one evil mermaid. So that's actually my main criticism of the show. But that's more of a marketing thing than less the movie, because that's really just the marketing lied. I don't like that. So I'm calling that out now because it doesn't really determine the quality of the film. So, alright, let's see. So I've got the no audio logo is up. If you're watching the VOD, this was recorded live on Tuesday, so if you'd like to join in, please check out my Twitch channel, link in the description below, and come stop by on Tuesdays when I record these. I don't really have a set time for them yet. I need to, but I will get around to that. Maybe the mermaid is a Leviathan class. Leviathan class mermaid. Yes, yes. Okay, is that a Subnautica reference, Sage? Are you making a Subnautica reference here? Oh, in One Piece? Yeah, there you go. Well, now the mermaids in One Piece aren't evil, I don't think. Near as I remember. The Also, Twitch. Okay, wow, man, Twitch is not recording the number of viewers I have correctly right now. It keeps bouncing between like 1, 4, and 0, which makes no sense because you're typing in this chat stage. So obviously somebody's watching. So that makes I don't know. Twitch metrics seem to be really messed up today. All right, but anyway, if you're watching this, so please join us in the chat when we're recording this live. And hey, if you're watching this on the VOD, comment below and give me reactions and commentary of your own, alright, while we're watching this. So, okay, now this movie isn't too long. Like, it's 90 minutes, and that's counting the credits. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's well paced. And as I said, I saw it. I got a few laughs. So, without much further ado, I'm just going to start this and get to the commentary portion. I don't have subtitles on this, unfortunately. So, apologies for that. But as I said, it's on a streaming service. Whoop, what's going on? And the video just stopped suddenly. Oh, there we go. Alright. Why are you doing that? That was silly. Sides are consistent in that. Oh yeah. Oh yes, that's right. Yes, you're right, Sage. Yes, the mermaids in some of the mermaids in One Piece are really big. The one of the princesses, Shirahoshi. I forgot her name. The one who loves Luffy. Yes, she's a giant mermaid. That's right. You're right. I don't know. I think this intro is a little overdone. I prefer the simpler intro for Dreamworks. Also, I did recently watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Excellent, absolutely brilliant. That was really good. That was really good. Highly recommend it. It's on Netflix now. You should 100%. If you haven't seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, go watch it. It is an excellent movie. And of course, you got Jane Fonda here doing some narration. Yeah. So there's now the two movies I always think of with this. Of course, you have Pirates of the Caribbean with the Kraken, and then you have Clash of the Titans with Release the Kraken. So I was making a lot of the Kraken jokes when this movie was out. Now, it also starts classic trope. It's like, oh, hey, the myths and legends that you heard were actually wrong. You were told Krakens are evil. Aha, no, they protect. Oh, that's cool. Hey, look, she has a retainer. That's funny. I like the pet thing. The pet thing's interesting. We're getting flashes of her life. Again, typical teenage girl. She's got friends, blah, blah, blah. She covers up her gills. I like that. Now again, I like the way she's animated. Notice the she stretches, she smooths, she bounces. She's animated very much like I could see Octodad. If anyone has seen Octodad playthroughs, I get very good. Whoever drew this may have studied it or something. Yeah, notice she has speed mouth, but again, it works on her because she's specifically alien. Establishing that she's good at math, establishing her academic credits. I love rules. Oh wow, that's an old internet reference. You can tell this was written a while ago. Oh hey, the stream element spot is working. It was not working earlier, so I don't know what caused it to work again. I don't know. That's weird. That's why I should go. Now, hey, the so nice established character. She's well prepared. She makes good arguments. She does have a sense of logic. She's good at math. And you have the introduction to the central conflict. Daughter wants to go to prom. Mom says no. Boom, sets up rebellious daughter scenario. Classic. You have younger brother. Yeah, and you also have now. Here's okay. Quick diversion. Diverse here. You have her saying it's a post-colonial construct. Blah blah blah. Well, you see that slipping into some kids group, but honestly, whenever they do that with child characters, they're making fun of that thing because it's like, yes, the naive teenagers who know nothing about how the world actually works are calling it post-colonial construct. Okay, so you're saying that language is only used by dumb, ignorant teenagers with no wisdom. Oh, okay. Sure, that sounds good to me. So they're essentially mocking that kind of rhetoric, which I like. That's fine in my book. I mean, we've all known teenagers who thought they knew everything and used big fancy words, but didn't actually. This is neat here. Yeah, the dad's a streamer. He makes both. So quick little things. We know the mom's a realtor. Dad does streaming. You know, boom. The younger brother's got streaming. So internet, very heavy internet focus, which is nice tie into the modern thing. It's portrayed not unrealistically either, too. The mom advertises online. The dad uses streaming for something. Yeah, I totally believe people will make that. Again, I love the stretchy arms. I like the inhuman. Like, they're just human enough to pass, but they're all like stretchy and stuff, so you can see that they're not human. And of course, the Kraken lady is interested in marine biology, which is cool. But you have this quickly established that the mom's protective. The mom loves her and is protective. Mom puts her foot down. Again, setting up the rebellious team. But we also get the dad here. The dad's really cool. He's really nice. Like he's there. He's active. You got a strong you got a strong bond already between dad and son already. Even though it's mom and daughter focused, the dad is there, loves his kids, and he's a good dude. Love it. So good characterization all around. Heavy family focus right off the bat. Again, they do. This is only like a few minutes into the movie, and bam, you have all the major characters set up, major conflict. You have a really strong family focus. It's good. And you got this guy. Now, okay, now the, the captain. This is a reference I didn't catch till later. The captain's name is Gordon. He's the Gordon Fisherman. Oh my gosh. And then we also get. I love that made me crack up too. It's like how are a group of sea monsters able to blend in? They just claim they're Canadian. And everyone just believes it. Yeah. Oh, Canadians with blue skin? Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. I love it. It's straight out of the Coneheads where we are from France. There you go. Yeah. You know what? I totally believe it. I believe it. And again, we have phone, social media. He is also online, so you have the friends are online too. Okay, so they're parents. So rubber hose fluid body movement. Yes, exactly, Sage. Yeah, rubber hose. That's a very good way to describe that. Now that's one thing. It's like she establishes a girl, and it's like, oh, Kayla asked me to the prom, so it's like, oh, a girl is asking her to the prom. Oh, okay. So they're very quickly establishing, oh, this character lesbian or LGBT or something. Yeah, they don't make clear whether it's bisexual or lesbian, so you don't know. But yeah, very clearly queer coded. Here's the thing: based on our friend circle, some people might say, "Oh my God, they're putting in propaganda." Not in this case. Not here. It actually works here because they're very. If you look at the character designs, Ruby Gillman is very clearly hanging with the freaks and geeks section. As someone who was in the freaks and geeks section in high school, yeah, we had gay kids. Yes, we had a couple gay guys and at least one lesbian in my friend group when I was in high school because they were all in the freaks and geeks area. We also had the goth kids also hung with us too. So yeah, totally realistic. It's fine. Yeah, and now we have here again quick establishment and review. The friends are feeling you have an additional tension. It's like, yeah, the mom, Ruby wants to go to prom. Mom puts her foot down, but now the friends are rebelling against her mom, saying, "We can't let your mom ruin our experiences. We need to live our life too. We can't." But yeah, she is. She's being nice about it. She's right, and so they immediately jump to, as friends will do, it's like, hey, we just like to fire mom. That'd be fine, right? Yeah. And you have Kayla, basically, they're encouraging her to do the normal teenage thing, which is, step out from your parents' shadow. Do your own thing. Be your own person. Typical teenage rite of passion. Not passion, rite of passage. Passage. Yeah, and the friends are supportive of her. They're encouraging her. Now, they're not necessarily doing the right thing because they're essentially encouraging her to break her parents' rules. But that is normal for teenagers to do. That is fine. It's not necessarily. Okay, and I absolutely find that adorable. That is so cute. Yes, if a girl asked me out with a math equation, I would instantly say yes. No, no. No. Now, Kayla's like, oh no, that's not cool. Showmanship, you gotta go big, blah, 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 make a show out of it. And it's like, okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, I get that attitude. So you can immediately see Kayla's personality coming to the fore. Yeah, she's queer coded, but she's also like over the top, big on presentation, whereas Ruby is more quiet. She doesn't want to go like that, but a lot of people do. So you have kind of a tension of like not wanting to draw big attention versus clown school. Okay, you also have it established that she went to clown school, which is also, it's like, okay, she's a gay clown. All right, I guess that's a stereotype. Oh man, show that's problematic. You're stereotyping gay clowns. But again, this dialogue is fine. There's nothing offensive there. Now we see her dream guy. Yeah, and she has romance vision. Yeah, it makes sense. Again, girl in love with guy, caught up, unsure of how to ask him out. Again, typical teenage passion. Nothing we haven't seen before. And I do like even while the human characters are stylized, she is stylized just a bit differently. So a little bit alien, like the way they do the hair and things like that. Like his hair is very detailed. Like I do appreciate the work they did on his hair. He looks like a toy, like the way they did the hair, the doll and stuff. Whereas her hair is slick and smooth, clear contrast. I like that. Also, her skin texture is also noticeably different from his. So on a technical level, it's quite good. I like it. And see what they did with the legs there. Again, really like it. Her movements are also a little different from the other characters. I'd like to kind of see the behind the scenes on a technical level. Give me the gun. I'm going to explode the confetti. I like it. She works up her confidence. But yeah, Kayla is the extrovert. She's the one pushing her. Again, normal teenage tensions. It's good. It's a good dynamic. You can see how these four friends came together. You see the dynamic. Ruby is the straight man, and the others sympathize with her, so they stay by her side. They're good friends, but they've hit their limit. And Ruby understands this, and so she is ready to defy her mom for the first time ever because of her friends. Power of friendship, essentially. But power of friendship leading you astray. Nice little subversion there. Now, this is a scene the show, in my opinion, the writer's choice also went well because the generic setup would be, yeah, she breaks the mom's rules and then suffers for it. But okay, yeah, so then it's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Like you broke the rule and you suffered. They do it a little differently though. They subvert that, but in a good way, I think. Aww. What am I doing? What am I doing? I love how she's like, oh God, what am I doing? I'm screwing this up. I hate this. As someone who's socially awkward, I've been there. And she shoots him in the face with the confetti gun. There we go. So now this sets up different. So instead of her breaking the rule about don't go in the water for frivolous reasons like going to the prom, which would genuinely injure her character, now it's like the boy she loves fell in the water. He might be drowning to death. She's the only one there. She has to save him. That's a much better reason to break the rules. Breaking the rules to try to save someone is a completely valid reason. That, yeah, that is a much stronger, in my opinion, and that really helps her character as a result. Because it's like, it's almost a little, and it's also, what's nice is, establishes a little bit of heroism. Because you can see she's afraid of the water. Her mom's taught her to be afraid. But, oh my god, the guy I love is drowning. I need to go save him. She tries. She attempts to save him. She doesn't, not sure, but she knows she has to do the right thing, and she does it. Good. She answers the call of the hero, essentially. But unfortunately, of course, now she has to deal with the consequences of her choice. Because, yeah, it turns out, like her name, Gillman, she has gills. Which means, yeah. Also, by the way, I should note, so the music that plays during this sequence is quite good. There's a couple pieces of on the soundtrack here. They're really good. I was really surprised by how good some of the music was. The soundtrack for this film is actually better than a few other pieces, a few other movies I've seen. I will say a lot of it's like teeny bop stuff, which is not all that great, but some of the instrumental tracks pretty interesting. Hey, look, you can see that she's been in the water. You can see like she's moist. She's got some wetness on the tentacles there. Yeah, it's neat because they do actually animate that. So again, cool technical, and you can see like with the pink hair there, really well animated. The hair's done well in this. I made stir fry spicy noodles for the first time. Turned out great. Awesome. Did you have squid in it? Huh? Did you go calamari? Now, one trope they avoided in this movie, thank God, is they did not go with love triangle. So they don't have. So the guy here, they make it pretty clear that early on that he also has a crush on her and is also unsure of how to reciprocate, but he doesn't develop a crush on the redhead here. He pretty much only has eyes for Ruby. That's it. There's no, uh, like the redhead doesn't really fall for him. He doesn't fall for her. The love triangle does not manifest. Thank God. I was really worried they were going to go love triangle route, where she has to like wake her boyfriend up to how horrible the redhead is. But thankfully, no, no. He just still has eyes for Ruby, which is good. Again, that's a smart choice by the writers. It would have overcomplicated things. It just would have been blah. I'm into. See, that's funny. Now I do like the fact that the bad guy here, the mermaid, she's a parody of Ariel. Now also kudos here is at first she comes in, you're like, oh no, this is the mean girl, but they don't completely go that route, as we'll see here as the movie unfolds. Now I've already spoiled the fact that yes, she's the villain, so I've already confirmed it. But the movie posters and trailers and things already kind of did that. Now here we see portrayal of social anxiety. There we go. People who watch a lot of anime will recognize like social anxiety stuff. If you've seen Watamote or Komi Can't Communicate, there are anime that deals with social anxiety. Yeah, and Ruby Gilman's got a little bit of that. And you know what? I'm fine with that. The good trait to have, fairly common these days. I know quite a few young girls who suffer from social anxiety. It seems to be an increasing problem, in fact. Oh, also, I think one line of dialogue that the mom dropped before was about like the her mom controlling her life and stuff, which is one reason they left, which is a good foreshadowing of what's to come. But it also gives you good early characterization, while also setting up the parallel. Like she is running Ruby's life the same way that her mom was trying to run her life and cause her to run away. So you have the history repeats itself trope, which is well utilized. No, but used eggs. Oh, okay, yeah, eggs and stir fry is great. Hey, good job on that, Sage. I hope they were tasty. Yeah, I had sushi myself. Haha. Very thematically appropriate here. Yeah, I had, let's see, surf clam was good. Yellowtail. Unfortunately, I don't have sushi a lot. I ordered from one of my favorite places. The portion sizes are a lot smaller. Like the sashimi is thinner, and the rolls are smaller. Yeah, they're very clearly cutting corners, probably to control costs. It's very disappointing. Real shame. Everything is starting to decline these days. Bad economy and all. Uh, Costs are being cut. You're getting less and paying more. It sucks. No, and also another character moment. She runs into the library. Why? Because, well, not just because it's private, but because it's probably her refuge. We've established she's brainy. She goes there because sense of comfort. There we go. And of course, you have magical girl transformation sequence there of her turning into the giant kraken. So that was kind of a neat thing. Why are you screaming? Because you're screaming. Why are you? Well, why am I screaming? I don't know. Yeah, she, again, puberty analog. She has the power. She can't control them. The Kraken is back. You're right. Now, we can guess that the Kraken he's talking about is the mom who came ashore. And now, yeah. Oh no, the balloons. Yeah, and so in a panic, she goes. The first thing she sees was the giant lighthouse to try to get away from it all. And then the mom sees this, and it's like, oh no. And it's like, oh no, she went into the water. She knows exactly what happened. And she's like, oh, this is the disaster I've been trying very hard to prevent. Oh no. If I had time to buy chicken and made breast tenders and had cucumbers and onions and garlic, would have been tasty and hearty. Oh, okay. Well, hey, there's always more to add. Anytime I cook something, I'm always like, how can I tweak this to be better? Yeah, I've got one dish that I've got down really good. Chopped chicken breast, tomato, onion, sweet pepper, carrots, and I either cook it up like a chili in the slow cooker or pan fry it. And I use that. It's my perfect diet food. It's high protein, not a lot of calories, and very tasty. Tomato in particular adds a ton of flavor. That's just really good. And now we have another character. Now, again, this guy has obvious bean mouth, but it works. It established him as otherworldly, right? Because his mouth is just unnaturally large, especially compared to some of the human characters. But he's not human, so it's like, okay, yeah. Yeah, we also see now we have the introduction of the uncle. We now have a bit more of the mom's backstory and her action. The mom just wants to keep this under wraps. She wants to make this go away. Yeah, so we have some teeny bopper music. I don't care about it. It's okay, I guess. And I do like that joke. It's like, yes, the word moist is disturbing even to them. Yes. And it also answers one of the plot holes. It's like, okay, why do you live next to the ocean? You're supposed to stay away from it. Because moisture. Oh, okay. So they still require some aspect of the ocean, even if they're not supposed to go into the ocean. Okay, you know what? That's fine. They're still tethered to it, even as they try to escape it. Which, kind of broader symbolism of like, you may try to run from your past or your family, but you can never truly get away from it. Not really. It'll always color who you are, just like she's mimicking the behavior of her mom. They couldn't really get away from the ocean. Which is totally fine. As from a writing perspective, that is fine. Now this is also a good scene with the mom. The mom is not, the mom's not angry at her. The mom is very understanding, trying to basically comfort Ruby in her time of crisis, as opposed to piling on to it. So we see that the mom, understands and gets it. She takes a very mature and sympathetic view. Yeah, when someone is in a time of crisis or is under a lot of stress, you don't pile on them. You say, hey, are you okay? That's the correct response. And that's what the mom is doing here. So, good on her. She's a good mom. Again, family, nice little subplot. And of course, I mean, you have the analogy. So, like in Turning Red, they went really kind of gross and over the top with the analogy to menstruation. Here, it's a lot more subtle, but still understanding between the two. because the mom has been there. The mom has been through this transformation, so she's comforting the daughter through her own transformation. Hey, that's fine. And while there's antagonism between the mom and daughter here, the mom is portrayed in a much more comforting and sympathetic light than, say, Turning Red, which is a lot more anti-mom, a lot more anti-ancestor by design, per the writers. Battle against yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And see, calming down, being more reasonable, rational, thinking through things, thinking as opposed to feeling is seen as a solution to the panic. So that's good. Stranger danger, stranger danger. It's like, oh. Yeah, interestingly too, yeah, both the mom and Ruby are portrayed as strong, as having strength. Yeah, and see, they look how they instantly bond. That's great. You know, he's the uncle, bam, instantly gets along with the cousin. It's great. I like the way they do the family. You know, the uncle, like, the uncle is funny, but he's the joke character, but he means well. He's trying to be a good person. He's trying to celebrate. He's happy. He's joyful. And he doesn't quite cross the line to annoying in my book. Right. Mom establishing. Yeah, mom establishing shared history. Right, and interestingly here you have the daughter battling self-hate because the daughter's like she finds out she's from this heritage that she wasn't aware of. It questions her identity. Who am I? You know, the questioning of who am I is part of identity. Being a teenager's discovering who am I, and here she is on that journey. I like that. Yeah, because she knows that she's not human, and that's the added element here too. She knows she's not human. She actively hides the fact she's not human. But now, in addition to just not, oh, I'm not human, I'm trying to blend in. Now it's like, oh no, you're more than just not a human. You know, it's more than just you're not a human. It's like you are an extra special monster. Yeah, and we also established it's purely matrilineal. Now, again, like people say, "Oh my God, the politics." It's like, well, no. It's a mom daughter movie. It's a coming of age thing for the girl. So fine, yeah, making it a female thing, it's all right. It's fine. It's again, it's the more tasteful version of Turning Red because it's an analogy for female puberty. It's fine. And again, this is another thing. Ruby Gillman, she's feeling overwhelmed, and She reacts as one would when being overwhelmed. She shuts down. It's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I need to relax. I'm going to wrap my brain. I need to just back off from this. We've all been there. We've all been overwhelmed. We've all been like, oh God, I just need to get away. I need to get away. I need to get away. Right, and again, you have the mom. The mom is doing what she does out of love and wanting to protect, but she's making a mistake. She's not disclosing everything to Ruby. She's creating suspicion where there doesn't need to be any, which is something that gets dealt with later in the film. But she's not evil. She's just protective. She's a mom. She wants what's best for her, and she thinks, she doesn't want her further stressed or worried. Totally understandable. And of course, the mom is missing the irony of that, she was the rebellious daughter, and now her daughter is going to rebel against her. It's going to copy her own behavior. In other words, the mom got the curse of, may your child be just like you were. Which we've all been there. Our parents have all said that. Mine, 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 mine. Yeah. Yeah. Now she's finding out, estranged from the extended family. Again, being estranged from a family, being cut off like that, that's an interesting revelation. You get that sometimes, like kids who find out they were adopted. That's a common movie trope. Similar here, the mom cut off contact with the grandmom, and her own brother even. Like, who am I? What is my identity? So you have a bit of X-Men here too, where the you have a bit of the X-Men where the uncle and the grandmom represent kind of the how to use your powers responsibly kind of angle. Yeah. and Grill's like, no, 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 go to your mom, not grandmom. Now it's interesting too. This is one reason why I like the uncle. The uncle loves his sister. The uncle could stab his sister in the back and tell Ruby, no, no, go talk to your grandma. Yeah, no, you should totally go behind her back and talk to the grandma, because then he would accomplish his mission. He was sent to retrieve Ruby. So telling Ruby to go to the grandmom would satisfy the mission. He would please his mother, but he isn't doing that. He's explicitly telling her, no, 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 obey your mom. Be good, be a good daughter. Follow your mom's rules. Talk to her. Deal with her. So despite it going against his own interests, he is telling Ruby to talk to her mom. That's pretty cool. He's a good man. He's a good dude who respects his sister, loves his sister, and wants them to resolve the matter internally, and even at the cost of how he appears to his own parent. That's cool. I like that. That was a subtle writing nod they had in there that gives him good characterization. And again, that's why he doesn't cross into annoying for me, because he's not conniving. Yeah, there we go. Now we see her explore the transformation a little bit. Yeah, this instrumental bit here where she transforms stuff, I really like this. But now that she is assisted, he's like, all right, well, I'll try to keep you from being lost then. Again, he's trying to be a good guy. And now it goes into teeny bopper music, which is like, eh. Now, I like the way she's drawn. She has the three tentacles. I really like the way they do the bioluminescence effect here. It's really cool. The water effects on this are pretty nice. So, like, on a technical level, I like the hair and the water. And I like the bioluminescence here. And they clearly did study the swimming patterns of actual squid, because she moves like a squid person. And there you go. And you have the callback to the whale that she saved earlier that they mentioned. So that was a nice little touch. It's like, oh, look, a whale. It also gives you a sense of scale, too. Like, how big is she? She's bigger than a whale. Okay. And since we've established that she was a marine biology, like, interested in marine biology, this is a chance of a lifetime. She's actually getting to see all the stuff that she only read about, which is really cool. So you can take, there is a sense of wonder and delight. You get the jet stream thing here. This is kind of similar to Finding Nemo. Oh, I will also say this teeny bopper song is actually one of the better ones, because it does fit the mood to an extent. King Nemo the Kraken. Now the design on this one is, eh. This design here I think could have been better. It's just like one building, and it's a big building, but it's like, all right, is that the best you can do? Eh. Certain individual components are okay, like the door and things like that are fine, but I don't know. The building itself, I think they need a little more time and some more detail to it. Small criticism. That's a small criticism. I should specify. And yeah, you get Jane Fonda as the grandma. And again, she's bringing some star power. Yeah, that's a running gag too. That will come up later. I'm grandmama. Yeah, yeah. And now you get another one. It's like, yeah, and we get a little bit of okay, the grandmom's anger issues, which is probably why the mom left. So a little insight there. Yes, and then you also get a little bit there. You know, the grandmom is trying to be a better person. Reference to therapy. There's one aspect I do criticize. While we do get a sense that yeah, the grandmom has anger issues. The grandmom has control issues. We only see her with like the one line about oh she has therapy now, so therefore she's better. So we only see her in the better state. They never flash back to her when she is loud and controlling and stuff. So I'll go more into that later. Yeah, but now she's finding out that congratulations, you're a Disney princess. No, wait, no. Well, Dreamworks princess. There we go. You're a princess. So this is kind of this is her you're a wizard Harry moment essentially. So in this case, you're a Kraken, Ruby. Yeah, she is the ruler of the Undersea Kingdom essentially, descended from the Queen. Princess Ruby. Yeah. Yeah, and now Ruby's like, wait, what? Hold on. Yeah. So take someone with social anxiety and put them as the center of attention for hundreds or possibly thousands of subjects. Yeah, that's yeah. Hey, do some public speaking. Yeah, that's not stressful at all. Now again, I like this characterization because yeah, she's having a panic attack. That's totally reasonable. That is completely fine. Yeah, she's not like again, she's not a Mary Sue. She's not instantly adapting to this and just water off the back of a duck. No, she's having a panic attack. This is overwhelming to her. It's just like, oh my god, the hits keep coming. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Totally normal human reaction. Good characterization. And she's also reluctant to take the crown, She doesn't instantly leap like, I'm a princess. Oh, great. Yeah, totally. No, no, no. She's like, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, there are only three. That's a nice little bit of world building there. And we find out why here soon. She's royalty. Ruby identity is messy. Yeah, it is. But it makes. Yeah, so it's why she's so stressed. Yeah, the Leviathan and Umimosa. So they established like previous villains and stuff. Mermaids. People love mermaids because they're stupid. I say again, subverts the classic '90s trope. Take something people love and make them they were the actual villain all along. I mean, you've seen this plenty of times. Ranking of Kings plays with that a lot, where you have the thing that you thought was good is actually not so good, and the thing you thought was bad is actually the good guy. More world building, establishing here's the history of the mermaids. They got a trident. Yeah, and now we get And thanks to Jane Fonda's acting, that conveyed an appropriate level of mourning. You could tell that, yeah, the grandmom's sisters, her mother, her aunts were probably all slaughtered in this war. Like, she had most of her family was killed in this war. That's why there's only three. And that's why she was basically, like, her and her daughter were like the last two standing. Because, yeah, it was a bad day to be a giant kraken. Yeah, and again, you see the grandmom's anger coming out. But we already know the mom's accusation of the grandmom is you're too controlling. That's why I left. You planned everything out. Yeah, I grow big at awkward moments. Yeah, yeah, Again, puberty reference there, but tasteful. Way more tasteful than turning red. Yeah, and the grandmom points out the correct. It's like, yeah, no, you're not a human. You're impersonating a human. So understanding your powers and understanding what you can do is important to being who you are. That's nice. But she's trying to reconcile the two worlds. She's having a version of the Superman dilemma here. And now we do see. Now this is another indicator with the grandmom. So before the grandmom was like, no, it was very like, oh, you left to play human. Rawr! You still see the anger from that. But here, she's letting Ruby go. It's like, okay, you want to leave? Fine, I'll respect your boundaries. Now, again, the problem with that though is it makes the grandmom look very reasonable, which makes us question, like, well, why did the mom have a problem? Like, why did the mom leave in the first place if the grandma was reasonable? So we're only left to imply that she was unreasonable before. We're never shown it. It's never proven. It undermines the mom's character a little bit on that, but yeah, you got to do a lot of inference in terms of what happened before there. A simple flashback would have fixed that. And here we got the Gordon Fisherman stepping up as our secondary antagonist. So at first they're basically what they're doing here is acting like humans are going to be the main enemy, at least at first. But what we'll see here is it's really just a case of humans are misguided and kind of foolish, which is fine. Right, and we'll also see there, like she's trying to use laser eye. She knows that's the thing now. So she's trying to use it, but she can't. Why? No training. Again, not a Mary Sue. The powers just don't come to her just because she wants it. It requires training. She has to learn. Hi, I'm a mermaid. Yeah, I'm Ariel. Now that's one thing the writers do well is they make you question. Okay, wait, I thought the whole thing was like the pretty girl's going to be the mean girl and blah blah blah, and she's going to be evil, right? Well, no. Then they have her. It's like, no, I'm going to save you, and I'm going to because yeah, I got credit for something you did, so I'll pay you back with this. There we go. I'll do something nice. So they plant some seeds of doubt in you at first. It's like, is the mermaid the baddie? Wait, hold on. So it's not a bad red herring. There you go. Not a bad red herring. Bad joke there. See what I did there? Anyway, so it's a red herring with the Gordon Fisherman. Like, oh, he's going to be the bad guy. And actually, the mermaid is actually going to be good. And like, oh no, the grandma was lying. Because now, the mom was lying to her. Oh, well, maybe the grandma was lying about the mermaids. There you go. So that was a good setup. You're not sure what to believe. This is the story of how Ruby handles being overwhelmed and deals with anxiety. Yeah, exactly. Dealing with the anxiety, dealing with that is part of her character arc. Yeah, she starts out being very easily beaten down, but as time goes on, she's going to get stronger and able to deal with that, which is good. Again, good character arc. Keeps her from being a Mary Sue. The grandma worst trait should have been shown, not told a little bit more. I agree with you, Sage. Yes. Yeah, that was my criticism as well. A flashback would have been good to address that. But yeah, the writers did a good thing. They basically said they've made us question who's the reliable narrator here, because we know the mom's not a reliable narrator, but now we've got to question is the grandma a reliable narrator? Because now we're seeing her maiden. Well, she hasn't done anything bad to Ruby. In fact, she saved her. So yeah. See, and now the mom is and now the mom is contemplating and like realizing, oh wait, no, Ruby's behaving like I did. Oh no, how far is this gonna go? And Ruby's like, please don't ignore me. You look flushed. Ugh, that's terrible. Yeah, yeah, and you already see, yeah, her trust in the mom is diminished. That's the mom's own fault on that one. The mom should have been more upfront with her, and that is something that also the mom admits. Like, oh man, I may have screwed up here. I may have chosen the wrong tactic. But hey, again, parenting is not perfect. And and what I like here is, yeah, the mom is not portrayed as perfect. She made a mistake, but it's not an unreasonable mistake. It doesn't make her evil. It's an understandable error that she made, and it's a redeemable one. And now she's struggling with it. So it's like, okay, yeah, it happens. But I really like the goth girl here. She's funny. She made me laugh. And the guy here with the long hair reminds me of at least one of my high school classmates. So I'm like, I very strongly identified with Ruby Gillman, despite being a guy. Like, I'm not a teenage girl, and I never went through the teenage girl experience. But despite that, I still was still able to identify with Ruby Gillman because, yeah, I had these three friends she has. Yeah, I had those in high school. Yeah, I totally identified with her circle. So, which immediately helped me sympathize with what she was going through, despite me being a guy and her being a girl. So the writers did a great job of making her appealing ac- across to a much wider audience than, say, again, Turning Red. A great darkness. I love how she goes Cthulhu mode. It's wonderful. Now, this part I found also very clever here. So we've established like group chats, we've established like some Twitch and real life thing, and we've said this guy who does gaming has 100K followers, and now he's sharing the video. So yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but now, oh, our character who suffers from social anxiety and awkwardness, yeah, a video just went viral that treats her as a monster and hits her right in the feels. And now she's like super paranoid. Who knows? Who knows? Who's seeing this? Oh God, they're all watching this thing that's making me go, oh God, ah. It's great commentary on the ability of social media to ruin somebody's life. And it's good, and it's actually kind of realistic. A viral video that you don't want anybody to see just has stuff that's super embarrassing for you and gives you super anxiety. Yeah, lots of kids go through that. Now, again, this is another one where the writers are clever because you think she's got her clique. Oh, that the mean girl clique. Oh no, what's going to happen? But no, instead she's like, no, no, open up to me. Tell me more. Yeah, you can trust me. Now we also see. Now this is one where the writers kind of do a little bit because here's the fun part. The redhead is giving the self-affirmation message. It's like, hey, you got this cool thing. You should totally revel in it. Let's celebrate it. Let's go forth and and enjoy. Yeah, let's ditch school, which is a bad thing. So I mean, she is clearly giving villainous vibes here because it's like, yeah, let's ditch school. Let's defy your parents by going into the ocean. Let's learn how to celebrate using these powers and stuff. So it's essentially, and this is really again really good, is you have the villain using a message of false self-affirmation as a vessel for evil. Steering her towards delinquency, steering her towards deceit, steering her towards the bad kind of rebellion against your parents, but masked as you should love yourself for who you are. You're perfect just the way you are. Well, no, you're not. So that's good. That's good. I like that. It's also, as we found out later, it's the mark of a narcissist, which is what the mermaids represent. Mermaids represent the narcissism, unbridled narcissism. So it makes sense that she would present false self-affirmation as part of her weapon. She's appealing to Ruby's lack of self-confidence by building it up and use that build-up to point it in the wrong direction. It's really good. Again, I like that. And now you have this setup. She gives the sympathetic backstory. Oh Lord, we are oppressed. Oh, we are the most. Mermaids are truly the most oppressed people of them all. Oh no. I just seek to get away from my oppression and victim status. Appeal to victimhood. Again, narcissism. Narcissists are always playing the victim as a part of their personality. You see that come out in the mermaid, and she's using that to manipulate Ruby. Again, I've spoiled the fact that she's a villain, but the posters make it pretty damn clear that she's a villain. So now there's another part too, because yeah, in some movies, yeah, peace between the two sides would be the main thing, but not here. Here, peace is treated as a false hope. Peace is only possible when both sides are genuine. Ruby is genuine, but the mermaid is not. So if there's a good lesson there, if you try to make peace with someone who is fake, you will be taken advantage of. You're going to be fooled. Another way to say is there is no peace with the narcissists, which is an interesting message. I don't know if the writers intended that, by the way. No, I like that little bit in the background. No headphones at the table, and the dad's like taking them off. A little bit of physical comedy there in the background. Uh, Good father moment. He cares about his son. Again, Gordon Fisherman. When they finally say his name there, that's when I finally realized, oh wait, he's the Gordon Fisherman. He's the goddamn Gordon Fisherman. That's where's my fish sticks? Now here the uncle does address the grandmom as a warlord, so that kind of references the bad days, but again, should have been more. Let's see. Crazy how wild it shows the breakdown of narcissistic tendencies. Yeah. Yay! Thanks for following my train of thought as I ramble. live the dirt, bury the dirt. He's the other thing to makes the uncle funny is his delivery is very very fast, which really helps. Really helps the speed of his delivery. I like I like how the captain is like, I'm looking for Kraken, so he hires literal sea monsters to help him, which is okay. That amuses me. So you have this plot to throw him off the track. Hey, and again, good on the father. It gives the father something to do, and it shows that, yeah, he cares about his daughter. He wants to throw him off the track because it's to protect his family. It's something that he can do. No, he can't turn into a giant kraken, but you know what? He's going to protect his family because he's the dad. Good on him. Good character moment. And the uncle helps out because, yeah, he's a good dude. Underwater volcano of death. Yes, Ruby versus the volcano. Now, I do like another strain that they do put in the film I like is Ruby is established as an athlete. She is established as having better than average problem solving skills, and the writers try. They could have done better, but they do try to to feature her problem solving as one of her powers. And not only that, it's also an aspect she got as a human, not as a kraken. So that's kind of neat. It's something unique that she brings to the table that neither her mom or grandmom have. Is her math skills and her problem solving. So because she has the problem solving, because she grew up as a human, she is stronger for it. And I like that. It's kind of like how Superman is guided by his, Superman is Clark Kent. Clark Kent is Superman. Superman is the outfit he wears, but he is actually Clark Kent. He was raised with the essential core being a Kansas farmer, the son of Kansas farmers, and that's what gives him his goodness fundamentally. Now here we have the training montage, but again, I'm fine with this. She has a training montage. Ruby Doo, where are you? Now that was funny. Scooby reference, obviously. Now here, and we see her applying her powers, applying her powers to each of the stages and making more progress each time, but falling short, so she has to go back to learn more of her powers. But we also see that contrasted. So, yeah, she's spending more time with her grandmom. She's learning. She's acquiring more of her identity. But again, the mermaid is influenced her back because she's abandoning her friends and she's abandoning the guy she likes in order to do this. So we see like a narcissist pulling her away like a cult and isolating her from the others. Very toxic behavior. And also the laser eyes thing was a fun meme. I like that. Really like the way that the balloons on this one, by the way. Those balloons look really very realistic, the way they play off the light and stuff. So I just wanted to make that technical note. Those balloons were really well done. Some of the animation textures and qualities are hitting almost photorealistic. Moral values of a grounded man with powers of a god. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Now we have and now with that we have an introduction to like the different powers a giant kraken has. So how has a giant kraken been able to rule the seven seas? Well, it established him as a credible leader. And also, this trope is also pretty common because she's hanging essentially with the popular girl. Ruby, the freaking geek getting in good with the popular crowd and abandoning her freaking geek friends who are her true friends. That's another old trope, powers or not. Like that in the old 1980s John Hughes comedies. That was an old trope. So that is fine. So now we see the final trial here. It's a mental, almost kind of like never-ending story, where like it pokes your brain to throw you off guard. But she's almost there. That's the neat thing. She's acquired most of the powers at this point, the same powers that her mom had to get through it. So she's almost a match for her mom when her mom hid the trident away. We'll reach the peak of visual effects, focus on better stories and unique storytelling. I agree. I agree. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get it from America too much. America at this point really has, I don't know, they don't seem to promote the good writers anymore. They just seem to promote based on who knows who, and that never produces a good system. Um, I mean, one reason Japan has such good stories is they do merit. Mind you, they judge merit by sales, which isn't always great. I mean, Transformers makes a ton of money, but it's garbage. So just because it makes money doesn't mean it's good. But that's not a terrible indicator either at the same time. Because there's plenty of good things that have become popular. Chainsaw Man, One Piece. But I don't know. Here, I don't know. In the U.S., I feel like a lot of the writers are actually good. Are never allowed into the industry to begin with, which really hinders the quality of the stuff we get. Now we have a neat little retro song here, which is funny. And again, this served as a good bit of levity. It broke up the back and forth between the grandmom and the mermaid. Kraken baby, yes. Yeah, now we get a little more of his backstory. He's divorced. Your 1-star reviews mean nothing. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that was cute. I like that. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, you can look out for Jamaican anime called Jamaica no Duppy. What? Is that a real thing, Sage? Oh yeah. See, she's hanging up on the boy she likes. She's focused. She has the wrong priorities. That's what that reflects. The mermaid has led her astray, but the mermaid has led her astray through narcissistic false self-affirmation. Again, like it. Oh, that's a real thing. Okay, Jamaica no Duppy. All right. You send me a link on it. I will. I wouldn't mind reviewing that. See, but see, Ruby's perspective, she's like, oh man, I'm gonna do world peace again. And by the way, fun thing, this ties into that whole thing she was talking about oh, it's a post-colonial construct, blah blah blah, that kind of talk. Well, yeah, the people who talk like that are also convinced that we're going to change the world, we're going to have world peace, and now yeah, Ruby has fallen for that at the hands of a narcissistic redhead. So she believes that she's going to change the world. She believes that she's going to make world peace, and she naively falls for that routine, just like people do in the real world, with thinking that certain behaviors they can do are actually going to make a difference when they don't. Huh? Nice little cut. Probably unintended by the writers, by the way, but that is neat. That is a neat little contrast there. I need to give you a normal life, but I'm not normal, right? Yeah, Yeah, the mom imposed her priorities on Ruby. That's what came out on that. The same way. So again, repeat. The grandmom tried to impose her priorities of conquest and warriorness on her daughter. So the daughter ran. So the daughter wanted to get away from that. It's like normality and blending in is best. So I'm going to impose that on Ruby. So now Ruby is pushing back. Yeah, but now the problem is, so the mom is trying to put her foot down. And she's right. She is doing the right thing by saying, "Hey, no, you're on the wrong side here. The mermaid is wrong." But she's exhausted her credibility because of her earlier lies, so she can't put her foot down, and that's why she loses control of that. So the argument spirals out because her trust with Ruby has been broken, and the dad understands this. Yeah, but the mom is still like, the safety of my daughter is still first. Okay, Dad, you go do it. I can't. I'm clearly not in the right headspace to deal with that. Right, and we have here the common, again, common tension. The teenager wants something more, the mom just wants things to stay the same. Now, contrast this, oddly enough, contrast this with Atelier Ryza, which we just watched. You have the mom and dad who are like, hey, life's pretty great. Look around you. Bask in what you have. And with Ryza herself going, wee, adventure! And then getting kind of like reminded that, no, actually paying attention is a good thing. So reaffirmation there. So compare that with this. Yeah, the mom's right to an extent, but the mom is also less trustworthy than Rise's parents. Did you ever think you would get Ruby Gillman contrasted with Talia Riza on a channel before? Well, there you go. Tune in for more weird, strange combinations. Yeah, so we see, again, this dialogue gives us a little backstory. You just love to fight. The grandmom, and we can kind of understand why too. The grandmom lost most of her family. Like her and her daughter are the only two left. Like her mom, her sisters are dead, killed by the mermaid. So yeah, she got a little war hungry to protect her. She had to adopt a warrior mentality to protect her daughter who was left. And unfortunately, that an attitude like that isn't good in times of peace. So the daughter got tired of the fighting and just wanted no more and sought to get away from it. You could also compare that to the first Thor movie with Odin and Thor. Thor starts getting really war hungry, and Odin's like, "Oh no, 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 gonna stop this before it gets bad." Oh, okay. Sent the trailer to Discord. Okay, cool. I will check that out later. Thank you. Appreciate it, Sage. I've waited 15 years. Like, wait. Yeah, I like how her name Narissa is also similar to Narcissus. That was that was also a neat little revelation from in the dialogue. It's like, wait, Narissa never had a daughter. Oh, there you go. Me, me, me. So yeah, the mermaids are the narcissists. Narcissism is the essence of the mean girl. Yep, she was manipulating Ruby the whole time. Now you saw small strains of that with the way she was being encouraged to abandon her friends, lie to her mom, things like that. All cultural references are very straightforward. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, next week I'll definitely be doing more Gene of AI, Talia Ryza. Lackadaisy released a teaser for season one, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, I'll might queue that up to also do. Why not? I can do short reactions. It's fun. I don't have to do reactions to big things. Small things are good too. No, I like that Godzilla reference right there. That was really cool, really nice. The music also when she's rising out of the ocean, very Godzilla like. You know, Kaiju. Hi, I'm a kaiju mermaid. Oh boy. Blowing the whistle. It's like, oh god. Yeah, the father knows this. Now, that's another aspect I kind of wish we got more of is how did the mom and dad meet? I like that. Please. Yeah, and now we have, again, he was a red herring. He started out as an antagonist, but he just misunderstood who the monster was. You point him at the actual monster, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm down with killing the monster. Oh, that's the monster? Sure, I'll help. See, and now and that what I like with that little one line there, it's like, okay, wait, she was waiting 15 years for this. Okay, well, why didn't she like look older? Well, okay, mermaids don't age. Okay, so mermaids are nigh immortal essentially. So okay, you know what? I'm willing to accept that. Now this moment here, they're what now? Yeah. Now I feel like this inspirational speech is not bad. Like, oh, she chose her own path, she chose you. Okay, cool. So, and that kind of reaffirms, like, the mom loves you. The mom didn't mean to betray you. The mom had the best intentions, even if she made a mistake. I feel like there could have been more there. Like, there could have been a better back and forth between the uncle and her. But it's appropriate for the uncle to have those observations. They've established again he's a good dude. So also helps him be less annoying. Hey, he serves a plot. He does the affirmation. But I feel like that speech could have been better. But it's probably just they want to keep it short for time. Now again, I like the kaiju fight here. Movements are good. Again, Godzilla reference. I like the way they emerge from the water. It's done really well. And everyone puts out the cell phones. Again, I'm fine with that. That's realistic. They're what now? I'm not sure what you're asking, Sage. Sorry. Yeah, now it's Ruby's turn. Time to step up. Yep, she learned the armor. So, the train. Now, this is nicely ironic, too, in that, the training that Narissa had Ruby do to fetch the Trident is now assisting Ruby in fighting her. Nice. Okay. Oh, a little bit of poetic irony there. I like that. With the steel chair. Yeah, she's throwing her house. Oh, right. Yeah, well, don't we all, Marissa? We all hate high school, yes. Again, love the goth girl. It's like, yes, this is my death, glorious. I like that you have the Gordon Fisherman and the prom boat both there. Yeah, but hey, she steps up, saves her friends. Again, this was set up. Yeah, mermaids are immortal. Yep, mermaids don't age. You can they can be killed, obviously. So they're not immortal in the sense of they're immortal in the sense of unaging, where they won't die, but they're not immortal in the sense of unkillable. But I like how they set up, her saving the classmates. You saw that earlier with her impulse to save the guy she likes. So she gets another hero moment. Now this part here, okay. So how are they going to destroy? All right, so we're going to solve the problem by destroying the trident. Okay, but I couldn't destroy the trident. Right? Well, because you were by yourself. So if all three of us work together, we can destroy the trident. Right? The last time there were only two of them, and the mom had the trident by herself, so she by herself couldn't destroy the trident. Now there's three, so now we can destroy the trident. Okay, that part's fine. The problem is like the explanation for it doesn't make any sense. It's like exponential growth. No, no, like three. It's multiplicative, not exponential. Three krakens is like three times the power of one, not two to the third power. They really needed to explain the I beams in order to set this up. They would have needed to explain resonance, like the I-beams work on resonance, or they would have like need to give us more properties of the I-beams or something like that to really set that up. However, I know what the writers were trying to do. The writers were trying to say, she's math! Look, she's using math words! Problem solved. See, math saved the day. And you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate the writers trying to have math save the day. So I even though I'm criticizing it for not making any sense, but I will still give it points for hey they tried, an attempt was made, and you know what I far be it from me to criticize the use of math in solving a problem. Yeah, no, now it is a little bit their characterization. Grandmom's all like, "Oh, she's captured. I'm gonna fry her. I'm gonna kill her." And Ruby's like, "No, no, no, cold-blooded murder." Although might have been justified in that case. But it's fine. I mean, Ruby not being all for cold blooded killing is, yeah, that's fine. And now we see the mom being like, hey, you know what? You get to go to prom. Yeah, there we go. And now we see the grandmom deferring to the mom. As before, growth for her. Now we see the mom being, like, loosening the reins a little bit, realize that she was being too controlling. She grew as a character. And now he gets what he wants, which is family time with his sister and his mom. He missed his sister. He loves his mom. He's a good guy, and now he gets some family time, which is, that's what he's wanted. It's good for him. So, and that's one thing I liked about the film. The grandmom has an arc. We don't see much of the grandmom arc as I would like. As Sage was saying earlier, I agree with his. Like, we need to see more of it for the contrast. But the grandma has an arc. The mom has an arc. Ruby's got an arc. That's good. Multiple characters have arcs in this. It's not only her. Good. And I also really like the concluding dress here. That's really pretty. Also interesting of note, so like her pink-haired friend here, saying, "Oh, Kayla asked me to the prom, and so I had a date." We never see this Kayla person. She shows up by herself, so Kayla's left her hanging, I guess. So I guess the Yeah, I like it. Now, I like these two being set up as a couple. They're adorable. So I'm all on board. But yeah, the pink haired girl apparently just got stood up at the prom because we don't see this Kayla person she was referencing earlier. So yeah, there you go. Also, they did clearly give her like a rainbow bow tie to like further be like, look, she's gay. No, really, she's gay. It's like, it's fine. We get it. She's part of the Freaks and Geeks. It's fine. Whatever. But points to the movie for not like I don't know, rubbing in her faces. I guess. I mean, at least they had some level of subtlety. I mean, they established she was going to literal clown school, so it's okay for them to be a little over the top with her. And I really like that bit. That was really cute. Establishes that they are of like mind. Both using the graph idea to ask each other out. And we have some nice bonding between grandmom and grandson. That's really cool. I like that. Very wholesome. Yeah, and again, the mermaid is so narcissistic that of course she wants to live stream. And it's like, oh, I may be defeated, but dang, we're getting likes. Do I still look good? So it kind of takes some of the edge off. I mean, maybe that person, the blonde person there, that maybe that's Kayla. I don't know. They never establish it, so. Now we have a kind of cover here of "Praise You Like I Should." So, and that's okay. The cover here of "Praise You Like I Should" is all right. There you go. So now we have the dad, promoting his daughter, showing pride in his daughter by showing off, a statue. Now we have the brother letting more of his side out, so a little less hiding, taking a little more pride in their heritage. That's kind of cool. I like that. Aw, they're sweet. I like that. The devil whale is upon us. So, setting up for their adventures. There we go. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. There you go. So it ends with her, you know, having realized her powers, doing fighting, kind of setting up a sequel. Now, I should say at the time of this recording, it's very unlikely this will get a sequel movie, but they have said that they are interested in doing a sequel TV show. Now, as mentioned, it flopped in theaters, made 38 million on a 70 million budget, but the entire movie was already paid for before they released the film because they'd already sold it to streaming. So the film was already profitable before even being released. So they made 38 million extra. They could take that 38 million, invest it into a TV show. That'd be fine. Yeah. See, Anna Murphy playing the evil mermaid. Sam Richardson does Grill. I said he does a good job. I enjoyed him. I like the lead girl, the Lana. She does a good job there. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, I like these two. They're ah. Yeah, Jane Fonda is a grandmom with anger issues. Yeah. All right, so that is pretty much the film. Let me see. I forgot if there were like mid credits or anything after this sequence. I don't believe so. And the closing credit song here is kind of meh. Also, by the way, like there are several, as I said, there's several instrumental songs in the movie that I enjoy. Like I would download the score to the film, for sure. But I probably they even list Grandmama as Jane Fonda, which yeah, okay, that's kind of funny. But yeah, Lana Condor, she does a good job. I liked her as she's a believable the way she does the anxiety and stuff is very believable. Let's see. All right, so no credits there. I don't think there's any post-credit scenes that I can remember. I'm just jumping forward here a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So this song here that plays in the end credits, this instrumental piece, this one's not bad. It's got a very '80s vibe to it. They have some surprisingly good synthwave music in here, which caught me completely off guard. I wasn't expecting genuinely decent synthwave in a children's movie of this caliber. Um, so yeah, soundtrack on backlot music. Okay, all right. I might genuinely get the score. Not this again. The songs, the sung music is kind of meh, but the instrumental tracks, yeah. I'm just trying to see. Is there anything after the credits? I don't believe so. I don't think they put anything after the credits. I'm just double checking. Nope. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. And yeah, that's it. That is the ending. Okay, so let's see. So let's jump forward here to something. Uh, okay, yeah, that's a fine ending image there. Let's see. Yeah, if they hadn't said exponential growth formula, I don't know. Again, they needed to set up the combined power thing. And actually, they didn't have to cite the math thing. All they had to say is, well, you could destroy it on your own, but with three of us, yes. Now they do kind of set it up because like each time she shoots it by herself, you do see the trident wobble. So her just having like a sense that okay, one of us can do a little damage, so three of us, it might just be enough. That would have been fine. All right. Okay, and there we go. All right, I'll pause there. Okay, so overall, yeah, as I said, it's a fun movie. And again, is this like the best movie ever? No, it's not a great movie. I would if I had used my typical letter scaling, I would put this as a B tier for sure. It's a pretty strong B tier though. The plot moves, the pacing is good, the voice acting is good, the jokes land for the most part. The overall message is good. Their choice of villain is good. Again, they have a narcissist. They're showing you the evils of narcissism and Mean Girl. That's fine. Family is good. The parents not perfect, but everyone loves one another fundamentally. They're showing that some teenage rebellion is normal, but there are limits. Don't get crazy with it. That's fine. All the three, the grandmom, the mom, and Ruby all have arcs. They learn things. The dad is portrayed unapologetically positive. So there's a lot of times dads get treated as just like the butt of a joke or worthless. Not so here, which I really like. Um, the uncle is, I mean, while he is funny, he is not. I would not call him a worthless character. He actually serves a purpose. So all the characters serve a purpose. All the characters have some hand in the plot. Um, the let's see, animation quality is set on a technical level in some spots is quite good. It's quite good. Most it takes a lot of the classic tropes, puts them together. It puts them together competently. Does it blaze new ground? No, no. I mean, the social media thing is relatively new, of course, but I mean, it's not like again, it's not trailblazing. This is not breaking any new ground. What it is doing, it's taking ground that other movies have done, and it's doing it again but it's doing it okay. It's coupled with some technical competence. DreamWorks was right in releasing this in theaters. It is qualified to be a theatrical release. The quality of this is good enough. As I said, this is very likely superior to Turning Red, which is the Pixar version. It's kind of sad that essentially a low effort DreamWorks movie it now exceeds the quality of a high effort Pixar film. That's very telling of where Pixar is right now as a company. It's why a lot of their films are falling flat on their face. Elemental bombed in theaters, and that trend will probably continue for a while. Because, yeah, Pixar is not doing too great, which is a shame. It's a real shame. Pixar used to be able to turn out quality stuff. DreamWorks is now definitely eclipsing them at this point, I'm going to say. The Let's see. So yeah, this reminds me very much of a lot of the children's movies you would see in the '90s, early 2000s, or even stuff I saw as a kid, but with updated for environment, updated for the technical levels and stuff. Obviously, the CG is better than any CG I grew up with as a kid. So, but it's good. It's quaint. She's with the freaks and geeks. It's fine. There's no overt bad messaging here or anything really overtly political. I mean, they have the line about like post-colonial what's it or another, but there's not like I mean the grandmom is a queen and she's not portrayed as bad, so like okay, well you're pro monarchy, good job. I mean that's so they're not serious about it. They have that kind of language in the film, but they joke about it. It's taken lighthearted. It's treated as just teenager getting using big words because big words. And I'm fine with that. That's realistic. Again, Ruby herself, very identifiable main character. She is a very good main character because, yeah, she has social anxiety. She gets panic attacks. She gets overwhelmed in a situation where, yes, you would get overwhelmed. It's very relatable. She doesn't learn everything right away. Like one of the anime tropes is, right, the gifted guy who just picks up you have to see this in shonen, some of the lesser shonens where people just pick things up right away because you're just gifted. No, she doesn't have that. She has to learn. She has to put in some hard work. She has to put in some effort. I appreciate that. I prefer showing somebody doing work and earning it as opposed to just coming to them just because they're gifted. I think that's a much overall more positive portrayal of how things really work. That yes, you have to work at it. You can't just assume it's going to come to you right away. So, yeah, I like it. So, should you watch the movie? Yes. If you see it on streaming, watch it sometime. Don't pay a lot of money for it, but yeah. If I had a kid, I probably would have taken them to see this in theaters. Especially if I had a daughter, I would have taken them to see this movie. Yeah, definitely. Um, this. Let's see. This might be better than the Barbie movie. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Barbie yet, so I don't know. Um, but it's definitely more child friendly than the Barbie movie, from what I've heard. So yeah, overall, that is Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. That is the reason why I wanted to break it down because yes, despite it being a bomb, despite it being a children's movie, if you could tell, I did have a lot to say about this because having seen it, I was like, yeah, there's a bit more to it than what you see on the surface. I wanted to give it the respect it's due for being a halfway decent film that got a bad rap in the theaters because of the sucky marketing. It's not a fault of the film; it's the fault of the marketing. There you go. If it has a TV show, maybe I'll tune in and watch it. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm not, I'm not entirely the target audience here, and I've got a lot of anime I'd much rather prefer to watch over a Ruby Gillman TV show. Like I'm probably gonna watch like a Lackadaisy or a Hazbin Hotel before a Ruby Gillman TV show. But if it does have one, I wouldn't tell you don't watch it. If this does appeal to you, I would say yeah, maybe you should give it a try. So there you go. Alright, now, again, if you're watching the VOD for this, remember, this was live streamed Tuesdays on my Twitch channel, link in the description below. Please join in. You can participate in chat like you saw Sage doing here throughout. He was giving me some really cool cues and ideas and stuff, and as well as discussing chicken stir fry or recommending things. If you have something you want me to watch, like he wants me to watch the Jamaican anime that he has DM'd me in Discord, yeah, please send stuff to me. Recommend things for me. Post in the comments. Send crazy stuff to me. Please no hentai, obviously. No adult content. I am not a lewd tuber. I don't intend to be. HE content, maybe. I could, for example, you won't see me doing Redo of Healer. I will put it that way. I've referenced Redo of Healer. Whether or not I've seen it, I will plead the fifth on that one, but I will not cover it here because it's outside the content guidelines I want to have for Byte Club Cinema. Just so you know. So yeah, none of that. None of the super explicitly HE stuff. You probably wouldn't see me doing World's End Harem, for example, or anything like that. I might do Bastard. Maybe that would be on the high end to do some of the fan service topless nudity content in there. So that's kind of on the high end though for me. So just give you an idea of the rating. I will do Berserk. Berserk is very dark, gritty, and so on, but it's adult with a reason. I'll do Hellsing. Hellsing is dark and gritty, but that is for a reason. But not just HE. So, there you go. Just to give you an idea of the sort of things that I'll cover. I would definitely prefer science fiction and fantasy. First and foremost, thoughtful fantasy, thoughtful science fiction. Although some good action stuff. I also don't mind watching older things too. I need to watch the Macross series, for example. So, there you go. But yeah, please join me on Twitch on Tuesdays for Byte Club Cinema. My debut stream will be Thursday, August 3rd. At 7 p.m. Central. By the time this gets posted as a VOD, it'll probably already be done. But under my normal game streaming day will be Fridays, usually probably Friday afternoons. Most times I'll be doing Minecraft and Conan Exiles. So if you want to see me gaming, tune in for that. There you go. All right. That's it for me. Doesn't look like I have anything more from the chat. That is fine. So I'm going to find somebody to raid. And then just give me 1 second here. Let's see who's online. Let's see. Alright, so we've got some options. So I rated Cloudy Kai already earlier today. Let's see. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't raid. I know exactly who I'm going to be raiding into. There we go. So I'm going to raid into Kuromaru, who I am a mod for, because, yeah, I should do that. I should do that. Alright. So we're going to do that. Alright. So, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the movie. As said, go watch it on your own. This is Dominic Bytes, signing out. When next we meet, may your robot body be fully charged.
Also, hi, Dominic!
Hey, Dominic Bytes. Welcome. Welcome on by.
Hey, yes, welcome to the stream, Dominic Bytes. Hopefully everything works out for you, buddy.
Welcome to stream, Dominic!
Hi, Dominic.
Dominic.
Yep.
Hi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, though.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, darling. How you doing, darling?
How's it going, Dominic? Welcome in.
Mwah.
Hi, Dominic. How you doing, Cheese Pie?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Dominic, hello.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic, thank you. Can you stop slamming shit?
Hey, Dominic.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello, hello.
Oh my god. Also, thank you for clipping as always, Dom. You are so sweet. I really appreciate you. You are an absolutely wonderful being, as all of you are.